Today on 2+U Nevada.
So they would have to go to Utah, which is about a 6 to 9 month wait. Stanford, the same thing, or they would go to Arizona.
The new face bringing much needed medical care for Parkinson's patients. We sit down with the one functional neurologist in our region. Because the only thing in this outfit that fits me, Monica, is this. Costumes for all shapes and sizes when Monica Rios from JaDa Loft Boutique comes in with her Halloween ideas. How to shop your closet first.
Succinctly, we say drop, cover, and hold on.
And today is International Shakeout Day. Guess what? One of the safe spots you were taught to run to during an earthquake isn't the safest place in a room. What you should be doing during a seismic event. You're watching 2+U Nevada. Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of 2+U Nevada. I'm Sarah Johns, your host. Okay, so get this. My dad texted me after watching yesterday's show. Yes, my parents are still my biggest fans and #1 viewers. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. So Dad texted me and said, "Hey, Sarah, you know you're not 48. You're 47 years old." So apparently during yesterday's interview with Dr. Sheehan, I made myself a year older. So here's my question to you. When does your age actually stop being important? Is it in your 30s, your 40s? I think once you hit those milestone birthdays, like the decade birthdays, it sort of becomes, oh, I'm older than 35 and younger than 40. Or in my case, oh, I'm older than 45, but not yet 50. Anyway, you tell me, email me, at what age do we actually stop caring what the number is? All I know is Dave will always be 7 years older than me. So there. We've got a great show for you today. It is the Great Shakeout, and we learn what needs to happen for Nevada to get an early warning system up and running. Plus, it's a time-honored tradition, 40 years in the making. The weekend fundraiser that brings crafters from all over. We are thrilled to have you joining us today for 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and joining us this afternoon, Dr. Kiran Bogalub with the Nevada Seismological Laboratory. You're a researcher there, and we are so excited to have you because guess what? Today is International Shakeout Day. And Kiran, we were talking about this, and I said, when I grew up, I was taught in the elementary school, we would have a drill and you'd get under the desk. And you said that's what today is all about.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's the earthquake drill happened at 10:16 this morning on 10:16. It does happen all over the world, but here in Nevada, we like to call it the Great Nevada Shakeout. And yeah, a lot of students participate, healthcare workers, but it's basically a chance to practice exactly what you described. Succinctly, we say drop, cover, and hold on. So drop down on the ground, get under a desk or something sturdy, or at least cover your head and neck with your hands, and hold on until the shaking stops.
And one more question on what to do in the case of an earthquake. Like if you're in your bedroom and you don't have a desk to hide under, is it still the doorway?
No doorways.
No.
So the thing that is kind of dangerous about a doorway is, for the most part in the United States, our buildings are built up to code where we're not really worried about building collapse. What we're more worried about is light fixtures, windows, things on the walls, plaster even, that can fly off and hit you. And so a doorway does not provide a lot of cover for falling or flying objects. And also, a lot of times doorways have doors in them. And if the ground is shaking and you're in a doorway, it could actually swing that door and you can get hit by the door. So if you're in your bedroom, if you're in bed, actually the safest thing to do is just roll over face down, cover your head and neck, and just hang out until the shaking stops.
I had no idea. So I'm so glad. Thank you for that lesson. What I absolutely love is the university's Seismological Lab has put together a 2025 Earthquake Experts Guide. Now, this is all online, and so we'll provide a link at the bottom because it's kind of long. So take a look at your screen right now. But this Experts Guide, you go to it, and you've got this table of contents based on a whole bunch of different topics, and it's really a resource for everyone.
Yeah, so I think it's primarily designed for folks in the media, but also we love to do outreach and education. So if you were looking for a guest speaker for your students' class or anything like that, it might be a good place to look.
Yeah, and you're talking about education. Our seismological laboratory at the university is just off the hook. We were talking about your career trajectory and how you came here, and it's because Nevada is seismological.
Yes, exactly. So Nevada actually has the third most magnitude 5 and aboves in the U.S. after California and Alaska. And so it's actually very seismically active. The population here has generally been lower, so I think we haven't gotten as much attention as Seattle or Oregon. But yeah, we have a lot of earthquakes here. It's a fun place to study seismology.
And explain the difference. We were talking about stress, and you were explaining Nevada doesn't really have the tectonic plates.
Right. So the biggest tectonic plate boundary near Nevada is the San Andreas Fault, which is actually in California. And so if this is kind of California and Nevada, and this is the Pacific Ocean, the Pacific plate is moving relative to the North American plate like that, where this would be the San Andreas Fault. And about 10 to 15% of that motion is actually accommodated on what we call the Walker Lane Shear Zone, which is a part of Western Nevada, Eastern California, where you don't have this complete broken fault, but everything kind of smooshes around. And so you have a lot of, we call them shear faults because they slide like that, but that's why it's called a shear zone. So there's a lot of faults. They're just not a tectonic plate boundary.
That's crazy. And this is why we love having the show, because we learn so much. And the one thing that for folks who are watching this at home, if they have kids in the room, earthquakes are super cool for kids unless you're maybe in one. Right. So during an earthquake or we don't want our kids to be afraid of earthquakes, but we want to speak to them appropriately.
Right.
What kind of things would you recommend that adults do when they're talking to kids about earthquakes? What's the message?
Well, I think preparedness is key because, again, in the U.S., a lot of choices that we make can actually impact how safe we are in our homes. So if you're looking around your house, it's really good to look for things, and kids actually can sometimes be really good at this, at identifying, well, what do you think could fall off the wall if it shakes? Is it a big framed picture with a glass pane that hangs above your living room couch? Well, if you're going to spend a lot of time on your living room couch, it's probably not a good place to have that heavy piece of artwork.
Such a great idea. Quickly, because we're running out of time, there's an earthquake warning system over the hill in California. Where's Nevada in getting that early warning system so that we can prepare?
That is a really great question. I'm very glad you asked. So what you're talking about is the Shake Alert system, and that is the USGS's gold standard for earthquake early warning in the United States. Right now, 3 states participate: California, Washington, and Oregon. But where I work at the Seismological Laboratory, we actually do contribute to that system. We run seismic stations in both Nevada and Eastern California that contribute to the Shake Alert system. But right now, only Californians get alerts. And this actually happens, it happened in December of last year, if you remember the earthquake by Yerington. So the earthquake was in Nevada. Nevadans did not get an alert, but folks on the other side of the border in California did.
And Congress needs to make the change.
Yes.
And they're on hiatus right now.
Exactly. So in order to actually get alerts in Nevada, it does take an act of Congress. They do need to appropriate additional funds in the Shake Alert system to bring on the state of Nevada. But at the Nevada Seismological Laboratory, we're very prepared. We already have a lot of the infrastructure in place to set it off. We just need action taken by the USGS.
All right. Dr. Kieran, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and this afternoon I am so excited to have an amazing mom and professional in our studios, Dr. Angelique Tay, a neurosurgeon with Sierra Neurosurgery Group. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Tay.
Thank you for having me.
So you just moved here a few months ago.
Yes. Yeah, we took a trip after my training, went to Amsterdam, and then we came here.
Well, this is certainly a close second to Amsterdam, right?
Yes, it's wonderful here. I love it, actually.
So, Dr. Tay, we are so excited to have you here because we are learning that you are the only fellowship-trained functional neurosurgeon in Northern Nevada. And for people with Parkinson's, this is a very huge deal because prior to you being here, where would people have to go for care?
Well, unfortunately, they would have to go to Utah, which is about a 6 to 9 month wait. Stanford, the same thing, or they would go to Arizona.
Wow. With you being here, it really changes the game for our local medical providers, right?
Yes. And that's actually what brought me here, part of what brought me here.
Yeah. Being the only one, how much demand, like, are you already seeing a very big need?
Yeah. So right now we're working on getting information out to the local neurologists and the primary care physicians to make sure that they know that I'm here. Mm-hmm. And I'm already scheduling people for surgery. We're starting late October.
So with you scheduling surgeries already, you treat, and I'm going to run through your list, spinal pain, movement disorders, Parkinson's disease, spinal CSF leaks, epilepsy, and chronic pain syndrome. So that's a pretty big breadth of your practice, and obviously very specialized. Please go into that.
Okay, so part of the reason why I chose neurosurgery as well was that in the beginning, for the trauma patients, you would see people who are almost, about to pass away, and then you do surgery, and then they do a lot better. So that's the hook. And then the sinker was really just the functional part, the movement disorders, helping patients get their quality of life back, people who couldn't eat, who couldn't go out into the restaurant, tremoring, and then it all went away.
And that functional word, that's a key word that you just taught me about. So fellowship trained functional neurosurgeon, explain the difference in a patient before and after surgery and what that surgery is.
So for the Parkinson's patient, they often have a tremor that is uncontrolled. They can't even eat. They can't even write. They're embarrassed to go out to the restaurant. And after surgery, the tremor is controlled, and then they're able to go and enjoy themselves again.
And it really gives them back their mobility. It gives them back their independence because you don't need somebody feeding you or giving you water, right?
Right. Simple things that we take for granted. Yeah.
Simple things that we take for granted. You know what I also find fascinating is, and this is off camera, I found out that you are an amazing mom of 3 kids, 3 and younger.
Yeah.
And you do this. So let's talk about the mom struggle of juggle really quick for moms at home, watching this show, seeing a brilliant woman like yourself and also raising 3 kids. There's got to be a lot of juggling there.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it alone. We have family here that's helping. My husband's very supportive, also has his own job, but we tag team, and even my partners at Faire Neurosurgery are very helpful. And whenever I need help, they're also there.
That's so nice. Yeah. That is so nice to hear. And having that community surrounding you, it's so good for your children to see a brilliant mom working and saving lives. That's so important. So you're accepting new patients. How far out are you booking?
I'm actually pretty open right now, so we can get you in pretty fast within like a week or 2 right now.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, in the medical world, you never hear that. Sorry for anyone else in the medical world, but you never hear that.
That's what I came here to be here for people who need me.
Well, Dr. Tay, tell me about Sierra Neurosurgery Group. It sounds like you have a great support system as a parent, but also as a surgeon. What was it about this company, this group, that really made you want to move here?
They always put the patients first. It's not like, let's do surgery all the time. It's what does this patient actually need? Always try conservative measures first. And then only if they need surgery do we offer it. That was one. But 2 is that what people don't realize is that we're all very collaborative. So if we see a patient and we're kind of wondering we should do option 1 or 2, well, we'll talk to each other. So you're getting second, third, fourth opinions without you even knowing.
That's really important.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, Dr. Tay. We look forward to seeing you again, and welcome to you and your family for moving here to Reno and right after Amsterdam.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. So excited to have Monica Rios back in from JaDa Loft Boutique. We are talking Halloween. We are talking fall fun. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you again, Sarah, for having me.
Oh my gosh. So you look darling, free spirit.
Well, thank you. And I am a bit of a free spirit,
Yes,
so
you are.
it's very fitting. But thank you.
Yes. And talking about Halloween, you have some great ideas for people who want to look in their own closet first.
Yes.
And then if they don't have something, you obviously will have a solution.
Absolutely. I'm here for you, ladies, if you don't have something in your closet already hanging there.
All right. So you brought some fun stuff. We're going to
I
talk
did.
Barbie. We're going to talk Barbie
Let's talk
first.
Barbie. Okay. So this is, clearly it's a little smaller, but this is a nice little piece, right? So we can do this with just a hat. And she's our Western, let me hold that up a little bit more.
Our Western Barbie. That's more of a party girl.
More of a, yes. Thank you for adding. Yes, she definitely is more of a party girl.
Because the only thing in this outfit that fits me, Monica, is this.
You and I both. Let's come on now. You and I both. However, we do have another option, and it's this.
That's more my style.
Yes, and it's mine too. Honestly, I find myself more comfortable in this. So you're not having to do the shimmy, and so this is also Western Barbie, and we've got a little bedazzled moment going on here with a little scarf, and so it adds some additional coverage for the neckline.
Yeah,
but still very cute and something you can reuse.
That is something I could even see wearing that jumpsuit like on New Year's Eve and having fun with that.
That's right.
And putting even for me, because I'm more of a cover-up jacket person or layers person, putting a layer on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's nothing.
But I really like that.
So our little lady here, more conservative Western Barbie, but cute nonetheless, and a lot of sparkle, lots of sparkle.
All right. So what if women need to look in their closet? What are some suggestions for looking in your closet?
Okay. So all of us have, whether it's a little black dress, right? So this would be definitely more considered a little black dress just due to the, the corset and the length. This does.
Is that a dress?
It is a dress. It falls right above the knee.
Okay.
So I'm 5'9", so this is going to look even shorter, but on me. But it should hit right above the knee, ideally. So again, little bunny ears, and there you go. You don't really need to go crazy. You do some little whiskers on your face, and you're ready to go.
So cute. The last time I had something this cute in my closet, well, Zach wasn't born yet. But what else do we have?
And same little, again, the more
red,
of a slinky little number here. And so we've got the little devil horns and the glasses. And so you don't need to reinvent. You don't need to go and spend a lot of money buying a costume. You can just buy some props for yourself and some really cool makeup. And who doesn't have a little red dress or a little black dress? And if you don't, again, JaDa Loft Boutique.
Yes, again, because this dress is really darling. Like, I love this.
And the
little red
ruching,
dress.
ladies, just so you know, I haven't mentioned this yet. It really does help with all the things that we are typically trying to hide.
Yep. All right, what's up?
So a little more conservative. So I've got to say right before Sarah goes, that's more conservative. So this is, it's a midi length, and it does cover. So I'm not doing a great job here, but it does cover the
ladies.
The ladies, the girls will be covered. So yes, it's more conservative. It's fitted. It's sexy. We throw on little fairy wings, and that's it.
That is really
Some
cute.
sparkle makeup.
Yes. Okay, that's darling. Now, what else are we talking?
Okay, so for, moms that are running around, so you're able to do something like this, right? So we've got the little cat tail.
Oh my gosh, I love how you pinned that on the jeans.
Yeah, so we got the little, and then we've got here the little ears, which have moved, but you get the little headband with the ears again, some whiskers. You can also do this.
I love how you said, because my first question was, does this clash? But you said, no, people are wearing two different patterns.
You can. You could do stripes with leopard. I know. And people go, well, that seems a little crazy, but you can do it. And then for those of, the school teachers, the workplace moms, basic cami.
I like this cami. I would wear this all the time.
It's really nice. It's got stretch. It's got give. And so we don't want it to be.
And I like this because I don't like the camis where my bra strap shows.
Yes. So it's a thicker strap.
That. Yep.
Yep. So you throw that on. We've got several options by way of, so Sarah's cardigan is a great option. We've got Ghost with sequins on here. And then we also have this one, which now ties are, varying. So there's a little open cardigan.
We've got about a minute.
Throw this on with some pants and voila. There you go. And everybody's got black pants in their closet. And really quick, for a mom that's running around, but you want to be festive. We've got
you're wearing the leggings and the Uggs.
Absolutely. If I could live in that, I would. And then you've got some sweatshirts, and this one glows in the dark.
Does it?
It does. This one glows in the dark.
Okay. So two things to mention. You have an amazing event coming up.
So amazing.
Yes.
So amazing. So I want to let you guys know. So October 18th, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at our South location, we are doing Reno's first half-ton candy dump out of a dump truck. We go big or go home, right? So it's a free community event. We have a lot of goodies for the kiddos, costume contest where every child wins. And so we're giving totes. We are giving goodie bags to all the kids that are in costume.
On your South Virginia location.
South Virginia location. And then we have a lot of vendors and a lot of just free stuff for the things are rough out there. So we just want to get back to the community.
Thank you so much, Monica. Before we go, our first 2 episodes with Monica, there were some mistakes. So the first episode, which aired October 2nd.
Last week, Thursday, whatever date that was.
So October 2nd, 2 weeks ago, there were 2 mistakes. If you can find those 2 mistakes in our very first appearance, you get a discount.
15%. And all you have to do is tell me what they are. So come into the store. You can message us. If you can't come into the store, you can buy online, and we will give you that promo code.
All right, Monica Rios from JaDa Loft Boutique. Thank you so
Sarah,
much.
thank you so much. Mwah.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. I'm so excited to be joined by Morgan Gaudier and Jessica Bradshaw, members of the Parent Guild at McQueen, and we are talking about the 40th anniversary McQueen Craft Fair. I can't believe it's been 40 years.
It has, and that just goes to show how deep in tradition that McQueen Lancer Pride runs.
And this is your major fundraiser for the year. Jessica, what does this fund?
It funds directly back into the classrooms, clubs, athletics. It also funds our Safe and Sober grad night and our angel tree and scholarships.
This is fantastic. And it's a great place to go if you're looking for holiday hostess gifts or if you're looking for holiday gifts for December holidays. My neighbor's mom is a vendor here every year. She's done it for decades, and she absolutely loves this particular craft fair. What do you think it is about this craft fair?
There's something special. We have over 140 vendors that are going to be there this year, and that just goes to show you how much people love this event and want to be a part of it. And we've actually had some craft vendors that have been there for 26, 28 years.
It's fantastic. What kind of vendors are we going to see?
We have crocheters, we've got candle artists, we've got jewelry makers. What you're also going to see are student clubs and athletic teams in the cafeteria. They will be providing all of the food for the event.
That's so cool. So you also get to see the students that you're going to be benefiting when you're shopping. So 140 vendors, you were telling me before we sat down that your vendors sold out months ago. Like you don't even have vendor space right now.
Correct. Yeah, our vendors' spaces actually sell out months in advance, and some of our vendors are going to try and take opportunity to rebook for next year right after this event.
That's fantastic. Is it always the same weekend of the year, so we can always count on it being this particular weekend before Nevada Day next year?
Yes, it's usually, I think, the third weekend of October for 40 years, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And let's go into the hours. We'll put up a full screen right now to show everybody because we've got different hours on different days. So Friday?
It's 5 to 9, and it's 18 and over. And then families can join us on Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 5 on Saturday and 10 to 2 on Sunday.
And again, you talk about this, Jessica, funding academic scholarships, sports, and clubs. I do love the fact that you say that this also goes to scholarships towards students. How many scholarships does this fund each year?
I don't know the exact number, but I do know that we present over 100 scholarships in May.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yes. And then seeing it go back into the classroom, obviously we are, especially at this show, we definitely want to emphasize anything that helps the education of our kids. So as parents, you see this. I mean, your kids are at McQueen, so you see the benefit of something like this.
Absolutely. And we all know as parents that the district can only provide so much in funding. And that's where the Boosters Club steps in, especially with the craft fair. This is our largest fundraiser of the year. This is going, 100% of the funds are going back to the school, whether it's through student organizations or what the teachers themselves need.
Fantastic. And what the teachers need, you know, really and truly, we need to be out there supporting our teachers as well. Right, Jessica?
We really do. We really do.
You both graduated from McQueen. So
That's
you've
true.
seen this whole full circle thing, right?
We have. We worked the craft fair as cheerleaders in high school, and now we help run the craft fair as parents.
Well, you've got that experience then.
Yes.
Both of you, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you have a phenomenal event this weekend. Get out there, support the vendors, and support McQueen High. You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. Joining me now, Gwen Taylor, the Executive Director of Accept. Gwen, I am so excited you're here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
So tell folks at home what Accept does in our community and who you are with Accept.
I am the Executive Director and the Program Manager for Accept, and my nickname from the Job Corps students is the Sex Lady, because we did sex education out there for over 20 years. So Accept right now provides programs for people that are living with HIV. We provide them medical transportation to all of their doctor's visits, medical visits. We have a HER group, Health Education Risk Reduction Support Group, on the second Wednesday and the fourth Wednesday of the month. We also provide non-medical case management. We're not medical, but they can come to us for anything in the world and we'll help them.
How did Accept come to be?
My husband started it in '95 when 2 young men in our church passed away with AIDS, and he knew nothing about it. There was so much stigma in the church, and so the church people said, well, we didn't think you would want to go to see somebody that had AIDS, so they died without their pastor there. That's why we started it, and we started doing education in the community.
And it's so important that that education continues today. We've been talking about it. It seems like HIV/AIDS was a very serious point of discussion when I was growing up, just in the protection component, right? But has that message gone away?
It has not gone away, Sarah, but it's different because back in the 80s and 90s, people were dying. Late 80s, or in fact, my brother-in-law passed away of AIDS. He gave my sister Hep C, but not AIDS, thank God. So back then, people were dying, people were scared, but now people are on medications. They can live to be 80, 90 years old. So the young people are not afraid of it anymore. And there's medicine you can take too called PrEP and PEP. PrEP, you take it every day to prevent you getting HIV. You take PEP the morning after you have sex, if you find within 72 hours, if you find out the person you slept with had HIV. So now this younger crowd is not as afraid of HIV because there's medicine to prevent it, which is good, and there's medicine to keep you alive.
That's fantastic, but it's not cheap medicine.
No, $4,000 to $5,000, $6,000 a month medication regimens for my clients.
So that can really price people out of a home, or, you know, it really puts a burden on a household budget.
Most of our clients are receiving Ryan White funding and help with its AIDS drug, ADAP, AIDS Drug Assistance Program. It's called NMAP in Nevada Medication Assistant Program. So if you're at below or at the poverty level, you can get help with your medications. And I think, and then I mean, our poverty level, it's really not bad for one person. One person can make quite a bit of money and still get Ryan White funding, which is the funding for our HIV patients.
Okay, well, speaking of funding, I can't believe you just told me that you lost 24% of your funding this year alone. So
Yes.
you're operating on a significantly smaller budget. So
Absolutely.
what can the community do to help such an important organization in our community?
You can come to my 77th birthday, 70 style birthday party, October 25th at the Boys and Girls Club, 1300 Foster Drive. And the reason for the fundraiser is to get funding for my programs. And so for the non-medical case management and the health education groups and medical transportation, our budget, for 24 was 24% higher than 25. These monies will help us pay for things that the state won't pay for, which is food for our clients. We feed them twice a month. For the support groups, we can buy gift cards to help them with groceries, help with rental payments, help with power bills. So this fundraiser is going to be fun. Dress in your 70s outfit. Come have a ball. We're having a gospel choir. We're going to have gospel and disco in the same room.
Oh my gosh, this sounds fantastic. And I gotta love you because, I mean, my mom is perpetually 39. And I love the fact that you're out there saying, come to my 77th birthday.
Absolutely. I don't care. I'm old, man, but I'm not, I don't look old. I don't feel old. So come and have a party.
And it really is for such a good purpose.
Cause. Yes.
Such a good reason. And what can the community do if they cannot attend
Yes.
your rockin' birthday? What can they do to help accept?
They can go to our website, www.acceptonline.org, and hit that donate button, and they can donate.
And can they reach out to you directly?
Yes, and we need volunteers too for the party.
Oh, good. So
I
that
need
sounds fun.
volunteers like yesterday.
Okay, so you're wanting volunteers for
Yes.
this party. And again, the party is October 25th. So you have some time to get in touch with Gwen, to get out
Yes.
there and have fun and help this organization that's doing so much for people in our community. You are an absolute blessing.
You are a blessing, and our phone number is 775-786-5886. If someone wants to volunteer.
And if there's a last message that you want the community to end on, what's the note that you want to tell folks?
The note I want to tell folks is HIV is still well and alive. People are still getting HIV, and I want you to protect yourself and be safe.
Yep, all right. Sage advice from the sex lady. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. You are watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. So excited to have Sydney and Sammy Denham here from the SPCA of Northern Nevada. Sammy, obviously a proud rescue of yours.
Yes, thank you so much for having us.
Thank
This is
you.
a pleasure.
Oh my gosh, thank you for coming. We are talking Halloween, and typically when people think of the SPCA, they think of being able to adopt beautiful pets like Sammy.
Absolutely.
But you also have an amazing thrift store on Moana.
Yes, we like to say we are so much more than just an adoption center. We do have that thrift store location as well, and it's a wonderful resource for us to have because every proceed that we generate goes straight towards the pets in our care and our community programs as well. So,
And the reason we're talking about the thrift store today is because we are getting down to crunch time for coming up with Halloween costume ideas.
Absolutely.
And I mean, if Sammy's any indication and if you're any indication, I bet the thrift store has something.
oh yes, we love Halloween time. This is seriously our favorite month for the store. We go all out. So every day leading up to Halloween has its own dress up day. And then we will also have daily sales that you can look forward to. But yeah, like you said, if you're doing crunch time last minute shopping for a costume for yourself or your pet, please consider visiting the SPCA of Northern Nevada thrift store.
And you've got a goodie bag.
Yes, so I brought my little treasure bag. If you can see too, this is a tote bag that's available for sale at the thrift store.
It's super cute.
And so, you can buy one and then put all of your treasures in it. So I'm gonna pull them out one at a time. We have a cute little small dog Halloween costume, and it comes with a prop. Let me find it.
So these things here, let's see if it has a price.
Okay, so what I love is this is Toy Story.
Oh, Sammy
Sammy's
loves the
ready
prop.
for oh my gosh, that's
He's
funny.
like, this is dog approved.
Way to go, Sammy. All right, we'll give him the rope.
Yes,
We'll give Sammy
but,
the rope. But I love that it's a Yellowstone rope. For those of you who like Yellowstone.
Oh my gosh, we get really great brands sometimes. So we do have pre-loved items, but we also have new items, and especially for the pet care section, it's really wonderful. He has this cute little collar that we got from there, and this sweater. Just
I don't know if you
$10
can see it. I'm going to
for
lift
both
it
of
up
those
for a
things.
little, so that way people can see the darling jack-o'-lantern pattern on it. So you have multiple of these
We
at your
have,
store?
yes. He's wearing an extra large right now. It's a little big, but we have all sizes
And
available.
how much does he weigh?
And he weighs 40 pounds.
Okay.
So yeah, he would probably do well in a medium because it is really stretchy, as you could see. But yeah, we have lots of costumes available. One more here. This is for your cat. If you have a cool enough cat that will let you dress it up, guys. I'm not sure how tolerant it will be, but this is absolutely precious. Oh, here, if you can zoom in on the picture, it's got like this cute little hat that it wears. I don't know.
With
We'll see.
horns,
Yeah.
double horns.
So if
But
someone
hold it up because they're zooming in.
if someone can get their cat in this, please take a picture and tag us in it.
And tag 2+ Nevada.
Yes,
too.
absolutely. This is
exactly.
precious.
No. Okay. So seriously though, if you have your pets in costume, and especially if you bought them at any of the stores that we highlight throughout this month for 2+ Nevada, you have to tag it. You have to tag us on our social media, and you also have to send it in to us because that's the whole plus you part. So send us your pets
Yeah,
in
I want to
costume.
feature those cute pictures.
Absolutely. Okay. What else? Do you
Okay,
have?
so here we'll also show off. We have wonderful home goods and decor. This is a cute little
Right.
fall
Not
pumpkin.
just Halloween.
Right.
But all of fall decor.
Exactly. So, I mean, obviously we have like clothing, accessories, but we really like to tailor and create specific sections for Halloween, Christmas. So it's really easy for people to find those cute little things that they want to bring home.
And you have some like fun themed days and sales for Halloween.
Absolutely. So I have my paper here. So the week leading up, like I said, we have different themed days. So like a pajama day, cartoon character day, animal day, twin day, spooky day, and then free costume dress for Halloween. And if you do show up in your costume, you get an additional discount on your goods that you buy.
And that's very important for any of you last minute looking for Halloween costume shoppers. Like,
Guilty.
Guilty. You are open on Halloween, which is also Nevada Day.
Right. And so we also have a perk with that. If you show up with a valid Nevada ID, you also get an additional discount. So we make it affordable for you guys. You know, we really appreciate the support. And like I said, all proceeds go back to our life-saving mission. So it's a win-win. You get a good deal for yourself and you're saving lives at the same time.
Sydney, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you
us
so
this
much.
afternoon.
This was so much fun.
You're watching 2+ U Nevada. Are you always looking for kid-appropriate content? I know I am, and good news. Scholastic recently launched its first official streaming app, available for free. There are ads in the videos, but the Scholastic app offers more than 400 hours of content from the Scholastic Library, including shows like Clifford the Big Red Dog, The Magic School Bus, The Babysitter's Club, and Goosebumps. The app is designed for children from 2 to 12 years old. A reminder of some of the fun events we've got over this weekend. As Morgan and Jessica just mentioned, the 40th annual McQueen Craft Fair starts tomorrow night for adults and runs through the weekend. And beware, if you are going tomorrow night, parking will be limited because McQueen also has a Friday night football game. And don't forget, we told you earlier this week about the Reno Antique Fair under the downtown Reno Arch. It's Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 in the afternoon. This antique fair is the last of the Reno Antique Fair's events for this calendar year. They start up again under the arch in April. And on Saturday, the University of Nevada, Reno's Day at the Museum is back. It's a free, family-friendly event where you can walk the university's museum district and tour 15 museums and units on and around campus. No registrations required. And that's it for this edition of 2+U Nevada. Thank you for inviting us into your home this afternoon. We look forward to joining you every weekday at 3 for 2+U Nevada. 2 News Nevada at 4 starts now.